This is Digivation Network.
The world celebrity at the time was reserved for movie stars, pop and rock stars, and pro athletes. Basically people who were exposed to traditional media. But with the advent of the new media came a new crop of celebrities. These are the comedy skit makers, a new generation of content creators and actors who literally have the world in their palms. While Nollywood continues to make waves in the international scene, the popularity of skits are at an all-time high. Skits are relatively short plays which tend to be funny. Some skits create awareness on social trends, job opportunities, and correcting societal ills. They are readily available via mobile screens and social media platforms like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and even the latest sensation, TikTok. Skits provide premium content which subsequently attracts a wide range of target audience. Brands, more often than not, commission creatives, commonly called skit makers, to market and promote their products and services to their thieving followers.
Skits have more impact. It has more impact because everybody's on their phone. Everybody's trying to do one or two things. So just, passing out time through their phones. Watching our skits, I've seen comments and they're always very inspiring.
For some of these creatives, skit making was an avenue to break into the popular and often hard to penetrate movie industry in Nigeria. While the initial intention may have been getting an easier pass into Nollywood, many have cashed out from skit making and built a niche for themselves in this previously untapped lucrative genre. A huge contributing factor that accelerated the takeover of the skit makers was the advent of the COVID-19 pandemic, which saw lockdowns across the country. Not only were cinemas forced to shut down, but movie productions were basically brought to a standstill. But is the popularity of skits something the Nollywood actors should be worried about? Considering many of the popular skit makers are continually being chosen for big movie roles in recent times.
Technology has made it possible for people to put their craft out there. But at the same time, if it is not properly harnessed, if it is not properly managed, we are going to get into trouble very soon. Because I'm already, like you said, seeing a situation where we are putting a lot of square pegs in round holes because we want to think commercially, as it were. The average producer now looks at the possibility of just putting one Instagram celebrity in his movie, and he believes that with that, he can use him or her to get across to his or her followers and make a lot of money. Now, it's paying off for some of them, but I can guarantee that some of them are also biting their fingers.
Apart from the COVID-19 lockdowns, the skit makers had other odds in their favor, one of which is the frequent release of content, in contrast to movies which are released once or twice a year. Some skit makers release content weekly. Accessibility of the skits to the public is another big bonus. All you need is a data-enabled mobile device and you can watch the skits on the go. Popular skit maker and actor Kunle Ido, aka Frank Donga, speaks on the contribution of skits to the economic growth of the nation and mental well-being of citizens.
The future of skits in Nigeria is bright. I think it's very bright. Right now there's a whole lot happening. A lot of people are coming to the skits game, which is good. It's generating the much needed income for a lot of people that probably would have to do other things or wait to get a job. It's creating an avenue of expression in art for a lot of people. So it's good right now, and we're getting better. But over time, I see it as getting polarized. People will now decide what kind of skits or what kind of topics or theme in skits that they want to consume. And but I see advertisers like they are doing right now. They will use more of skits to push out messages, Politicians will try and use skits to set agenda. Governments are going to use skits. It's already happening, for good causes, and sometimes from some politicians, maybe not for so good causes. But again, it's going to improve. It's cheaper and easier for a lot of advertising purposes, and the quality of skits will get better and better, and sometimes they will get longer and longer. And many skit comedians that we know today will evolve into short film makers and eventually series makers, TV series makers.
This is skits. It's hot. It's mad. Like, people are watching. People love it, and that's how it's going to be. That's how it's always going to be. People are just going to look for new ways to do skits. This is the way we are doing it right now. We're shooting it. A lot of people were shooting with phone. Now, some people shoot with their camera, but there are still some people that shoot with phone. I still shoot with phone and camera. But you will see that time, and even before, you see some 15-second skits, 5-second skits, and you will laugh. But now you see 3 minutes. We'll just look for new ways. That's the only thing. We'll look for new ways to make people laugh, but we are still skit makers.
While the world slowly adapts to a new normal, one thing appears for sure. Not only has comedy skits become a big revenue machine for creatives and the labor market in Nigeria, but they will consist of the content we will continue to see on our screens for the foreseeable future.
This is Digivation Network.